2, 1, 1. Okay, cool. Welcome to 30-Minute Reviews. I'm Adam. Anyone
I'm
else want
Josie. Sorry.
I'm Peter.
Cool.
Save the best for
Josie
last.
is playing some semblance of video game, if we want to call it that. She's using an Xbox One. Um, so, it's a big week for news this week because it's, what's it called? E3 is next week, so everyone's getting their stuff out early. So let's go right in. We're gonna open with let's just do all the video game news. Just knock that all out right off the bat. Injustice 2 has been confirmed to be at E3 this year. It's a sequel to Injustice: Gods Among Us, and it will be coming out in 2017. New characters include the Arkham Knight Red Hood, Supergirl, and Gorilla Grodd are all new characters to Injustice 2. Not sure why that really needed a sequel. Seems pretty self-contained, but oh well. What else do we have here? Ukulele. Do either of you know what that is?
No.
Is that the fake Banjo-Kazooie?
It's not fake Banjo-Kazooie as much as it's Banjo-Kazooie with different characters because
Remix.
it basically is because what happened
Because
was
no one will give, whoever owns the rights will let them make
Microsoft
another
owns the
game.
rights and they want to do a multi-plat. The original creators of the game, so they're like, fine, you know what, we'll do it anyway, and they're making it with two different characters, but it looks visually exactly the same. And the game was funded by Kickstarter. It's been delayed till 2017. But they showed a new trailer with gameplay, and it looks just like a very high-definition version of Banjo-Kazooie. And that's probably the game I'm most excited for coming out in the near future. Here's another one that might be interesting to you guys. You remember Free Radical's development hell for Battlefront 3? Star Wars Battlefront 3?
What?
No?
Well, Battlefront 2 came out in, I think, like 2006, because it was on Celebrity Apprentice one season. So that came out. Oh, no, it was 2006, because it was at the same time as Revenge of the Sith. So that comes out. It sells like a fuck ton of copies. So they immediately start working on Battlefront 3. But through a series of issues, it doesn't end up getting picked up completely. But the game was like 90% done. Free Radical ended up going out of business, so they dumped all the assets online. And said, you know what, screw it, you guys can just look at this if you want. A fan project has come about with all of the assets they completed. They're going to complete the game, release it on Steam for free as the game called Galaxy in Turmoil. So, as soon as that comes out, you're going to want to grab it, because Disney's going to C&D that immediately. So, that's not really going to be an E3 thing, that's just going to be a general thing. Final Fantasy XII is getting an HD remake coming in 2017 as well. And I think that's all the major video game news from this week that I really wrote down. Last weekend's box office was, like, awful. Did either of you see what the top earner was last week?
No.
Usually we don't talk about box office results because it's not really news, but in this case it is. It's the second week for X-Men Apocalypse, and the top box office earner was the new release Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It only topped the list with $35 million for the weekend. For a opening weekend. Like, that is awful. And now X-Men Apocalypse got only like 11 million or 10 million or something like that in its second weekend, after the already bad opening weekend box office. So, that's just, you know, for...
That helped.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for X-Men Apocalypse going forward. I missed one video game story. New trailer came out for Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, and that's coming in December.
Ooh.
So if you're me, you'll buy that, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, then we also have other movie news. John Boyega from Star Wars The Force Awakens has joined Pacific Rim 2 officially.
Ooh.
I still haven't seen the first Pacific Rim.
Neither have I. I want to see it.
Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
What is that? Why does that sound familiar?
It's the
It was a
one
movie.
with the giant robots fighting the giant alien
Oh,
things.
okay. Thank you.
But it was weird because it was directed by Guillermo del Toro,
Yeah,
who usually doesn't direct like movies like that.
yeah, that was a weird one for him. Then Suicide Squad and Independence Day both got their PG-13 ratings officially. Suicide Squad for disturbing imagery at one point in the movie. So that's that.
Someone's gonna poop. Like poop everywhere. But that's what the Joker does. Like his grand scheme is he poops on people. It'd be much more lighthearted than the other DC movies.
Yeah, you think?
That's what all the reshoots were for.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah.
Or is it to make it more gruesome?
No, they need
No,
to
it's
poop
to make
on
it more
people.
lighthearted. The reshoots were reactionary to Batman vs Superman's bad response, so they wanted to make it a little bit more lighthearted, apparently.
But weren't the reshoots not? They didn't do a.
Like Marvel?
Yeah.
Because everybody likes that.
But I don't think they're redoing. I think it's going to be reshoots for in between scenes,
Right,
not
to
adding
alter
in.
the tone of the movie a little bit.
Yeah,
Because I still don't understand that third trailer. I've said it before, where
I know,
it's
I-
like...
when I saw X-Men Apocalypse, they played that trailer, and then when he's talking, it's all in past tense.
Hmm.
So I think it makes it a little bit better.
Not really.
I think it does because then it
No.
goes into control.
No, I still think it's dumb that they even brought up Superman.
I think it's to help people understand that it's part of the DC.
True, but I don't think you need to do that because Batman's in the movie and in the trailer.
but you need to pay attention to know that that's Batman.
Who else could it be?
But if it's just a guy, you just see black cape. Like if you're not an avid comic book person or care anything about it, where they're trying to just get people that don't care about comic books to come see this movie. Like they don't care if people that like comics like this movie. It's just for people that.
That's true. That was very evident with Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the Justice League titles had a weird thing this week. Four possible titles leaked. These were the four possible titles.
On purpose or actually leaked?
I don't know if they were actually leaked or if these were ever real or not, but these were four that were reported on multiple sources, saying that these were possible titles for the Justice League movie coming out in 2017. Justice League Angels and Demons. Justice League Unite.
Yeah.
Justice League Gods Among Men.
No.
And Justice League Gods Among Us.
No.
That sounds like they couldn't decide what they wanted to name the movie. And
Well,
they say,
Gods Among Us
Is the Injustice.
Injustice, yes. Injustice Gods Among Us. Now, the problem with that, inherently, is that Injustice works as a concept because we know Superman's a good guy, and if we watch Batman v Superman and then go to Injustice, it just feels like natural plot progression, not an alternate what-if universe for Superman's character. So, that's okay. I have a problem that was even thrown around as a possibility. Fortunately for everyone, none of those are going to be a title. It's just going to be called Justice League when it comes out in 2017. Now, Sebastian Stan, from the other side of the Marvel DC line, came out and made a comment at Wizard World. I forgot which one they're at this week. But it's Comic-Con season. So all of those are going on. So at Wizard World something or other, Sebastian Stan came out and said, someone asked him what's the next movie that the Winter Soldier would appear in. And he said, based on the ending of Civil War, spoilers for the post-credit scene of Civil War, I'm going to put that out there now, that where he ends up at the end of Civil War is the next movie he's going to be in. Which means he'll be in Black Panther.
Ugh.
He'll be the only white guy in Black Panther.
I don't think I like the character. I don't like his suit.
You mean the body armor with the metal arm?
You mean the spandex suit with...
Are we thinking of the same character because he doesn't wear spandex?
It looks like spandex.
It absolutely does
It's
not look like
he's wearing
spandex.
one of those, I don't know, like erotica sort of spandexy suits, like the latex suits and stuff.
Are we talking about the same character?
Yes, the Black Panther guy.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Wearing
I thought you were
this-
talking about the Winter Soldier. I'm like, you are absolutely not talking about the same character as me.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Well, even so, Black Panther does not look like... If you want to say Black Panther looks like anything, he looks like a Power Ranger.
No. He looks like he's wearing the suit from, fudge, what's that, the American Horror Story one.
The Gibbs
The
suit.
Gibbs suit.
Latex suit. That's what he looks like he's wearing.
In what? I zoned out.
That's what... In Civil War, it looks like he's wearing a GIMP suit, he said.
The Winter Soldier.
What's a
No,
gimp?
Black Panther.
Oh, I kind of see that.
I see more Power Ranger.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I agree.
what's it called? Wild Force. That was the one where it...
I agree, Power Ranger.
Now back to DC, big news came out from... Oh, by the way, I don't know if we covered this. Jeff Johns is now in charge of the DC Extended Universe.
I did not know that. Well, I did know that, but
I
not on
told
the
you, I don't know if we
podcast.
covered it on the show.
No.
That's a good thing, because that means Zack Snyder's no longer in charge, and, all that good stuff that comes out of this. The other good thing came about for the CW-verse, Arrowverse, whatever you want to call it. Superman will be making his first official appearance with a character, with a person's face playing him in the first 2 episodes of Supergirl in season 2. He only ever appeared in shadows in season 1 of Supergirl. If you're one of the 3 people who watched it besides me, you know that. But he only ever appeared in shadows, or his face was obscured by the sun behind him, so you just saw a shadow. Or stuff like that. You would never see who it was playing him, because it was embargoed by DC. Apparently that's no longer the case, which means we may get a Justice League on the CW. Or at least some higher level, lesser known characters. Like maybe Jon Stewart makes an appearance instead of Hal Jordan. Someone's going to disagree with me on that and say Jon Stewart's the more well-known one, but doesn't matter. That's the good news to come out of this.
Do you know Jeff Johns' sister was on the TWA Flight 800 crash?
I did not know that.
That was shot down by the government.
Is that the one off the coast of Long Island, or is that a different one?
I believe is the one on the coast of Long Island.
That's weird.
Because it wasn't high up enough for everyone to die from the impact. And
Right.
multiple people reported seeing trail lines from missiles.
Yeah, my neighbor says he saw, missile trail lines when it happened.
There's a really good documentary about it. But it's not too, it's not like a 9/11 documentary where it's okay, we get it. It's they actually talked to the investigators because it was one agency was investigating it and the FBI or the CIA came in and they're like, no, we're gonna do it. Yeah, the FBI.
That's never
came.
a good sign for
The
the government
FBI
not
came
being
in.
involved.
The FBI came in and told the FAA you're not allowed to investigate this.
Yeah, that's never a good sign for saying the government didn't have any involvement in this.
Yeah, I don't think it was mean-spirited that they're let's shoot down this plane. I think someone just fucked up and accidentally shot down the passenger plane.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Back in the mid to late 90s, a plane was shot down, or it crashed close to Long Island.
1996.
96.
Hey, did you guys hear about the plane that crashed in
Egypt?
last week?
Is that the Egypt one?
No,
The one that crashed in Colorado.
I did not.
Yep, it was right in my parents' backyard. Not even a joke or anything, not even exaggerating. They literally have pictures of it in their backyard.
nice.
How big of a plane was it?
It was a fighter jet, I guess.
Oh, okay, that's not
It was one of those Blue Angel shows or something like that.
Oh, okay.
A Blue Angels show? No.
It was one of those fighter shows. It was 2 in one day. It made the news here.
Oh. I just noticed that they were going overhead a lot. I don't know if there was ever
Because it was over here. We had Fleet Week. I don't know if that's a thing all over the country, but I know New York subjects the rest of the country to that through Jeopardy and the Today Show and Wheel of Fortune having Fleet Week specials. So like everyone in the country's got to deal with this stupidity. But like we have over us, we have like over in Bethpage, there is Flyover by Blue Angels, and they do their air show. One of them crashed. I don't know if it was over here in New York or elsewhere, but then there was also another group of fighter pilots who do stunt shows that crashed in Colorado.
Oh, well, they weren't doing. I don't think they were doing a show, and if they were, they weren't doing like a real show. It was just for like training.
A flyover or something.
Yeah, well, they had a shit ton going overhead. It was scaring the shit out of me all day because they're freaking loud, and they go so close. Like they're not. I feel like they're not allowed to be that close to where people are.
Well, no. It's the other thing is they're going so fast. You're getting the reverberation from the shockwave from when it breaks the speed of sound.
Yeah, that and the fact that they look like they're so freaking close. Like you have no idea. They look so close. It's scary.
We've seen some low-flying we saw some low-flying military planes in Albany.
Some of them look like they're gonna clip the top of our.
Not that close.
Apartment.
I saw some low-flying planes. It happened in 2001.
Okay.
Never forget.
You're not supposed to laugh.
So a few weeks ago, we reported on Disney movies and Pixar movies going to Netflix. This is a we fucked up message. No source actually reported the actual terms of the deal,
so
and just
lied.
said all of Disney, Marvel, Netflix, and Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars will be going on Netflix. That's not the case. There's an exclusivity deal for all new releases, starting in September, to go right on there. So Zootopia will be going on in September. No new movies, no older movie will be affected by this.
So you lied to their viewers?
Yes.
Or
This
listeners?
Apology. Three other stories. First off, we have a great member of U.S. Listeners, so we're gonna call. We're gonna notify people. The apocalypse is upon us. Trump will be playing Clinton for the presidency of the United States.
Yeah. It was already announced a while ago that Trump was going to be the Republican.
Well, yeah, but now we know Clinton's going to be running against him, so we know Trump's going to win.
Okay, that was big. No, Trump's not going to win.
You know why he's going to win?
Why?
Because Clinton is not going to win swing states in the Mid-Atlantic. Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all those places that have extreme coal mining. Those will not be won by Clinton. Those will go to Trump. So it's a little bit scary.
We'll have to see.
All I have written here is Roger Goodell is an asshole, but I remember the story, so it works out. He came out this week and said that he will not back down from appeals with Tom Brady because he has to protect the integrity of the league. By the way, he has some nerve to say anything about integrity of the league. Like, do you agree on that? Do you agree that, like, Roger Goodell is just an asshole?
Oh yeah, Roger Goodell is the worst person in the NFL.
Yeah. Like, he should have resigned after Ray Rice, the video came out. And they came out, they covered it up, and they knew in advance.
Yeah, exactly.
Gone. Now, saying that now you refuse to back down over, like, a football being deflated, like, I'm not defending Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady's an asshole, too.
But it's just stupid at this point. It's been over a year.
That you're still carrying on about this, saying, no, it's about the integrity of the game. The integrity of the game was shattered when you didn't resign 2 years ago.
And he already backed down once when they suspended Tom Brady.
Exactly. Like, shut up, accept that he won, and just resign. Like, you sack of garbage.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And then I had one more here. Oh, there's a controversy about the remake of Roots. Did you know they remade Roots?
Hold on. Wait, can you hear me still?
Yes.
Alright. Yes, I was... Because I remember seeing it on a channel, and I was like, why are they showing Roots? And
I saw it was...
What?
They do every year.
Okay, well, I did not know that, but I still was like, why are they showing Roots? And then I think it was for the new Roots, or it's all commercial for it, and I was like, that's not Roots.
Right, it's a remake. Now, both O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Snoop Dogg have gone little mini rants about why this new Roots is awful and why it's bad to be remaking Roots. I largely agree with them because they said, why are we telling this story and not stories of black people who have had success? And didn't
What is it even about? I don't even know.
Roots is about a guy who gets enslaved.
Is that what the new one's about also?
Yeah. It's a remake of the original Roots.
Oh, I thought it would be like a modern day telling, which would make a little bit... So it's literally just a remake of the...
It's a remake of Roots.
That's really stupid.
I understand why they remade it too. I don't think they want to show the original in a world that's post People v. OJ.
Is O.J. Simpson in it?
And he's in the original.
Oh, he was a very good actor.
So I think they wanted to get rid of him, which makes sense if they remade it for that reason, so they can still show it. But I think with the O'Shea Jackson Jr. is Ice Cube's son who played him in Straight Outta Compton. He said, "Where's the story of the black man who invented open heart surgery?" And I'm like, and I read that. I'm like, there is a movie about that. It's called Something the Lord Made. That was an HBO original movie, though.
Oh.
So that makes sense that maybe he hadn't heard of it. But still, I think they have a valid point. There are better stories. Like, I haven't seen a George Washington Carver biopic.
He just made peanut butter.
So?
No one wants to watch a biopic about someone making peanut butter.
Do you really?
Kinda.
What? It's not like... Did he have some great...
Revolutionary. It's amazing. I don't know where I'd be today without it.
I guess they could, but it would just be another slave story because he was born into slavery.
But it would be at the end of it a success story.
Maybe, I don't know, I'm looking it up. Maybe he died in, hold on. Time magazine dubbed him the Black Leonardo.
Because he invented peanut butter? I'm sure he had other inventions too.
Yeah, he did.
Peanut butter is the one we remember him for.
He was a botanist also.
Oh, okay. So maybe they could do a movie about him. There were a few other... I should have wrote down the people I was thinking of when I first read the story. I'm exhausted and I'm not feeling well, so I can't think of off the top of my head. So we're going to move on to the movie. This week's movie is Space Jam.
Did not hold up.
Yeah, let's just put that out there right now. We're not going to so much review this movie as much as we're going to talk about why Space Jam 2 should absolutely never happen.
Yes.
That's going to happen?
It is going to happen. LeBron James will be replacing Michael Jordan.
Which is really stupid, but
Exactly.
we can talk about that in a little bit.
Let's just get everything out of the way with Space Jam, and then we'll talk about why Space Jam 2 is an awful idea.
Yeah.
This animation, atrocious.
Yeah.
You gotta think about when it was made.
No,
Okay.
It was made after Jurassic Park.
Okay, never mind.
No, but that's not the point either. Because Jurassic Park's is a different beast of a movie.
Like a real bunny, that would be really fucking creepy.
It would.
But no, the animation of the cartoon characters are pretty good. It was all the extra.
Anytime they incorporated it with a real person, it looked bad.
Yeah.
Or anytime they interacted with something that was real, you can tell it was a person's hand, and it just looked really, really creepy.
And whenever they try to do CGI stuff, like when Wayne Knight got flattened.
Yes.
And blew up and went around the room. That was really bad.
When they turned Michael Jordan into a ball.
Yeah, that was really bad. This entire movie, know those 4D rides where you're
Yes.
That was this entire movie. That's what it felt like.
But the thing is, I've seen worse kids movies. I've seen worse Looney Tunes movies. This is better than Back in Action, I think.
Yeah, a little bit. It was just so weird. It felt like I was... When the the final showdown game started, it was the movie was just half over. I didn't realize that final game lasted the entire movie.
Well, I mean, it's at least if you think about that, it's not what's it called, Home Alone, where you think that the last half of the movie is him fighting the two burglars, but it really is 10 minutes.
Well, that's when the game started. I was oh, they must fight them twice. I guess this is weird. Whatever. Oh, know what else I thought was weird? Did you see who was billed in the opening credits?
No, who?
Okay, it goes Michael Jordan,
Uh-huh.
makes sense. Bugs Bunny, cute, that makes sense. Then Wayne Knight.
That makes sense because it's in order of screen time.
I guess, but it's just weird that it's Wayne Knight is billed third in a blockbuster movie.
And you couldn't bill
Wayne Knight.
He was
Wayne Knight is Newman from Seinfeld.
Oh.
But like, here's the other thing is, more so than other movies I've seen this past month, namely X-Men Apocalypse, this movie had a cohesive story.
You know,
With a clear
sorta.
beginning, middle, and end.
yeah, the animation sucks. I'll give you that. But I have to
Are you gonna
say,
defend
I
this
love
movie?
Bugs Bunny, and it was too fucking cute. It wasn't like when I look back on it and stuff, I'm like, oh, what a cute movie. I remember loving that as a kid. But now, watching it again in my adult life, I'm like, well, why did I like this again?
Watching this is how I felt when I watched A Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
Yes. But like, the other thing that I found funny, because the last time I saw this movie prior to this was 2008, because I was taking Spanish, and they thought the best way to teach Spanish to us was to show us a kids movie that we'd already seen in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I watched this back then, and back in 2008, I found it really funny that they went to a Knicks game to get a good example of basketball talent, and that was still funny 8 years later. In the
Yes,
year 2000.
when the movie was made.
I know. It's just retrospectively, that was the highlight as a Knicks fan.
Charles Barkley was really funny.
He was, yes.
And
Like,
so
I think
was-
he was the best No, Michael Jordan actually was a pretty good actor for an athlete.
Yes.
Like, granted, he had to, he didn't have much to really compete with in this movie.
Bill Murray was the best part, I think.
Bill Murray I said basically playing himself. He literally is playing himself.
When he comes at the end and he's just
Hey, guys.
he's
But,
just like, I was born to do this.
Yeah. But like, by the way, fun fact, this movie is our generation's reason that furries exist. You probably knew that already.
Because of Lola Bunny.
Because of Lola Bunny. The woman who did the voice of Lola Bunny did the voice in the current generation's reason that furries will exist, Zootopia.
She's also the voice of Lil, or Phil, from Rugrats.
Both.
There we go.
And she is also the voice of young Nick Wilde in Zootopia. So she is influencing furries in not one but two generations. Kind of scary to think about.
Furby. Do you guys remember
Furries,
those
not
things, like,
Furbies.
oh, let's talk about Furbies.
No, furries.
What the fuck are furries?
Oh god. How do you not know what furries are?
What the fuck what is a furry?
Okay, let's see. How do we explain this delicately? Do you want, get the definition, please?
Oh! Actually, somebody just explained that to me the other day at work. That's
You can't say fuck at work, but you can explain what furries are.
well, I was very confused, and he made a joke, and I said, I don't know what that means. And he was like, I don't know if I should tell you or not. I'm like, no, do it. So, that's...
Yeah, it's a level of degeneracy that, virtually unparalleled. For those
can I explain it to those who don't know?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear your
It's like
explanation.
creepy people. Well, not creepy people. If you're in school, I just find it creepy because I don't like when people are in costumes. Will they
No,
get
it's creepy.
Huh?
No, it's creepy.
No. I don't want to. I don't judge. You're into what you're into. Anywho, when people get into big old costumes and do it as animals.
Okay.
Like-
Did you find an actual definition for it, Pete?
Yeah, there's a whole Wikipedia page.
Ooh, read the
What's
The-
YIF?
YIF. Remember George used to say that a lot?
The Yerevan International Film Festival?
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of when you said YIF, but okay.
Oh, no, okay, never mind. It says YIF redirects here for the film festival, also known as YIF. See something else. So what is YIF?
YIF, George used to say it a lot. Like, he was an asshole, though, but he used to say YIF. It's the act of having sex while in the costumes.
Ew. Well, yeah. Sorry, that's just creepy to me because I don't like anybody in costume at all.
Well, no, but furries also exist as people who don't want to have sex in the costumes, but they're also people who just get off to drawn porn of animals. not just animals, but like animal characters from things like Maid Marian was like the first example of that.
So like the brownies.
Yes, kind
You
of.
can't call them that; they're African Americans.
What?
You sounded like you said brownie.
No, the brownies, like the my
Brony.
Bronies are a very specific
That's
subset.
what I said.
You're saying brownie.
You said brownie.
I said brownie.
No, you
Now
absolutely
said
did not.
Now you said it right. You were saying brownie.
You did. You said brownie twice.
God, you guys are so racist.
You're the one
That's
that's
not
saying
racist.
brownie.
I didn't say brownie.
My
You
joke
did
was
say-
borderline racist.
Oh, I have 37% of furries said that sex is important in their furry activities.
Nice.
So most of them just like dressing up.
Yeah, you've seen the picture of the guy in the fursuit, but like in the rundown house with the dad who looked very disappointed in the background.
Yeah, because it's like white trash.
It's so hilarious. Like, and
They're
do I still have that picture? Or is that on my old laptop? That was hilarious. Like the explanation behind the picture was hilarious too.
the first time it was used was in 1983. That's
Wasn't that
it
around
started.
the time?
What?
Wasn't that around the time that Robin Hood came out?
Oh, I was talking about. It says the inspiration. Hold on.
Up, another news story. If you are excited for the Bespin DLC,
Oh yeah, Robin Hood is in here.
Robin Hood's
So
the
is
first movie. with that.
Watership Down.
That makes sense too.
And a lot of them say they liked watching cartoon characters.
There you go. June 21st is the is when if you have a season pass for Battlefront, you get the Bespin DLC, and then you get the if everyone else gets it 2 weeks later. Forget that was a new story that just came out today. I didn't have it in my list. Anyway, back to
Space Jam.
Space Jam. Lola Bunny was actually invented for this movie, by the way.
Yes, I knew that.
There's something else about this movie that kind of gets me a little bit. They don't exactly get the dynamic that made Looney Tunes great. Like, they do early on, but the thing that made Looney Tunes good was not the slapstick. It was the jokes that went with the slapstick. The slapstick was almost like a punctuation on the punchline.
I think that depends what you were watching.
Like,
Because,
obviously,
like-
slapstick was a big part of like the Roadrunner cartoons.
That's like because the Roadrunner, that's all it had.
But like the Bugs Bunny cartoons, and especially the ones that are Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck together, those were always them playing off each other like they're a comedy duo. But then each joke was punctuated with someone getting shot in the face, or blown up, or something like that. Like that, but then they don't really capture that here. Where except for there are a few times they do, like early on when we're first introduced to the aliens, when they are about to start the Elmer Fudd Bugs Bunny routine, but then the aliens smush Elmer Fudd, like that, and then when Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck are going to Michael Jordan's house, the dynamic between them is good. Any other time in the movie, it's not good. Like, they don't quite capture the chemistry that they had in the original cartoons between the characters. Which sounds nitpicky, but still. Now, why won't Space Jam 2 work? Who wants to
Because
go first on
LeBron
this?
James. Because part of the magic of Space Jam is that it had Michael Jordan in it, and like everyone loves Michael Jordan no matter what.
Yeah.
Like he's just beloved by everyone. Like even watching this, I was like, "Oh, Michael Jordan, you're the best."
Yeah,
and you
like-
can see in the movie when he's playing baseball, no matter what he does, everyone's just like, "Michael Jordan's the best."
Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan. Like, he still is, like, the greatest player of all time. Undisputed. Like,
But then there's LeBron James, who most people who like basketball do not like LeBron James.
LeBron James is just an asshole.
Yeah, and that's like on movie fights, one of the best things ever. It was like about pitching the plot to Space Jam 2, and then the guy was just like in Space Jam 2, LeBron James teaches all the cartoon characters how to play basketball by blaming all your mistakes on other teammates and crying about it.
Yeah, but he's an overrated player. Like, he doesn't have the championship credentials to back up the claims that he's the greatest of all time. Like, and he's whiny, and he's too
Yes.
theatrical. Like, Michael Jordan was never as theatrical while playing the sport as he was. Like, LeBron James will go off of social media during the playoffs. Like, I make a big deal about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll black out from Twitter and all that. But like, it's okay. You can do that. That's great, and that's like, if you want to do that, that's fine. But don't make a big deal out of it, and then make it like, oh wow, look at what I'm doing. Like, fantastic. You made a choice. Good for you. Um, Number two, the reason why I don't think it'll work, um, well, besides LeBron James is too polarizing. The Looney Tunes don't quite have the pull they did in the mid to late '90s.
That is true.
We've had two failed Looney Tunes TV shows in the past 5 to 10 years on Cartoon Network because they didn't quite catch on. Between what was it? It was the Looney Tunes show in the late 2000s, and then more recently Wabbit, WABBIT.
Was it the ones where it was like they were kiddos?
That was but that was early 2000s.
Oh,
That was almost 10 years ago, past 10 years ago, when that was on. The newer ones just don't catch an audience because they don't quite have, because you can't do the level of violence that kids would like.
Yeah.
He's been out. We're going to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Your dad?
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Anyway.
He's coming.
Anyway, but you can't quite do that level of violence that made what kids liked about the Looney Tunes. Because, like, even the Looney Tunes show didn't have that, but it was written differently than kids shows are now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe the difference between it, but, like, that show was written differently from how SpongeBob is currently written, from how Loud House is, even from the serialized TV shows like Steven Universe and Uncle Grandpa. Well, that's not serialized. Uncle Grandpa's written differently, but they're written more.
That's
like,
fucking weird. Like, why is he called Uncle Grandpa? Doesn't that just imply incest?
That's what I said when they announced the show.
What?
That's what I said when they announced the show. Is like, wait, Uncle Grandpa? That sounds like something that people in the South have. But that's not the point we're going for here. You can't quite do the Looney Tunes. You have to do something. You have to do something entirely different for this to work, and it can't be the Looney Tunes. Because when was the last time a Looney Tunes anything worked? Like, Back in Action doesn't even count, and that was like 2006, and that had Brendan Fraser.
Also, LeBron, like, the director of Space Jam, even said Space Jam 2 is not going to work.
Yeah.
And because he was talking about how Michael Jordan's like the best player ever, and everyone loves him, but no one really likes LeBron James, and he's not even the best player ever. And this movie won't come out for another couple of years, so people will care about LeBron James even less.
Right. You would need to, I think, for this movie to be timely when it comes out, you would need to be using something like Kristaps Porzingis, or someone who's getting good really now. Steph Curry, maybe. Or even like someone who may not be the
Curry,
best.
I would do.
Or maybe someone who may not even be like Steph Curry is very obviously the best active player right now. But like if you're gonna do someone who's just likable, Blake Griffin.
That's true, also.
Like or Shaq. Even bring Shaq in. He doesn't even have to play.
Shaq is awesome.
Well, Shaq, because he was all talking about how you need the perfect balance between current players and retired players, like the first Space Jam have. So Shaq would be the retired player to put in.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because like you couldn't the best way to do a Space Jam 2 would have been to do it in like 2006 or 2003 with pre-rape Kobe, maybe. Like that would even work better than because Kobe wasn't like an asshole. He raped someone, but he wasn't an asshole. Like, is Kobe Bryant an asshole, or am I just missing that? Like,
he's definitely not a good enough player though.
true,
Just so you know.
He has the most misses in the history of the NBA.
true. But in the words of Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the shots you don't make.
Great.
You also just miss them if you're Kobe Bryant. Anyway, and the other thing is, like, we already talked about the universal likability of Michael Jordan and how he is obviously the best player. And you brought the thing where he won't even be that, like, LeBron James, I think, has 2 more good years in him. But you need the likability factor, which is what you said before too. So yeah, I think we've gone over why Space Jam 2 is gonna suck. Also, I think the current state of CG is gonna make it look really bad.
Yes.
I don't think they can pull off. When was the last time a movie like this was made besides Back in Action, where it was a mix of 2D animation with real people? Like, I don't know.
The one with Roger Rabbit.
Okay, that was not the most recent example.
And Roger Rabbit's an
I thought you were
amazing
saying
movie.
before that.
No. What was the most recent example besides Looney Tunes Back in Action?
Sorry. I don't know.
Anyway, what would you rate Space Jam? Who wants to go first?
I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay, so
Oh god.
I never felt nostalgic for the movie, so maybe that's why.
Right.
I had it on like VHS and watched it a lot because it was one of the few movies that we had. So like looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, it's a 9, it's the best, And then just recently watching it, I'm gonna go with like 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 4 because this movie was made by Warner Brothers. It's got a more solid story than Batman v Superman. So I'm gonna give it a 4. At the very least, it has a middle of the movie, so it's better than both X-Men Apocalypse and Fantastic Four. There's at least a clear second act. How about that? We'll give it that.
It's kind of just like the beginning of the movie, and then the game starts. And his family doesn't care that he's not been around for days.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not even talk about that. That's... Anyway...
But only Wayne Knight cares.
Yeah. Did you hear that JPP will be doing PSAs to educate kids on the dangers of fireworks?
Yes, I did get that ESPN notification.
That's going to be hilarious.
I hope they show his hand.
I do too. Maybe this year he'll actually be able to hit people because he'll actually be able to get a grip. Anyway, so let's do... let's talk about the 2 finals going on right now. Originally, when I planned this out, I had dates that I thought it was going to start, and that wasn't a week ago. So we have both the Stanley Cup Final and the NBA Final going on at the same time. In the NHL Stanley Cup Final, we have San Jose Sharks playing the Pittsburgh Penguins. The third period of Game 5 just started. For that, and the San Jose Sharks are up 3-2. I think San Jose can pull it out of their ass and win. Like, win the whole thing.
I think Tampa Bay is going to take it home.
Tampa Bay's not playing.
That's it.
It's the Sharks and the Penguins.
I think the Sharks can do it.
I don't like the Penguins. The Penguins are the Patriots of hockey.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They have arguably the most talented team, they can't execute, and they blame everyone else in the league for it, and have the biggest victim complex about that. Like, they hate us because we're great. No, we hate you because you're assholes. Kaepernick's back on the 49ers, by the way. I got that update.
Thank God.
Yeah.
What would they do without him?
They might actually win a game without him. Then in the NBA Finals, you have a repeat of last year. The Golden State Warriors are playing the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Go Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I cannot back any team with LeBron James on it, obviously. Golden State Warriors are up 2-1 in the series after losing last night 120-90. And after the game prior to that, they won by 30 points or something like that. I don't understand. Like, this is ridiculous. But Steph Curry didn't execute in the most recent game. When they get Steph Curry back in the mindset of winning a game, they'll actually start winning. So yeah, that's all we're really going to cover about that, because we didn't quite had a preview, but you can't really preview something that's already half over. So yeah. We're going to move on to E3 predictions. Who wants to go first for E3 predictions?
I don't know what I was supposed to predict.
What are you hoping they'll announce or anything like that?
I've been out of the video game world for a long time.
Out of the game?
Yeah, I don't really care about new games anymore.
A new Skyrim. Aren't they due for one now?
A new Skyrim or a new Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls, sorry.
Let me pull up IGN's E3 list. Because they do, what's it called? They do a list of games that are confirmed to be at E3 and stuff like that. We'll just go through the list, take a look at what they have, and talk about it like that. Nintendo's gonna have a very limited presence this year. As the Wii U owner, I'm a little bit disappointed about that. So here's a list of confirmed E3 games. I'm gonna skip the first one because that's PSVR. Who cares? Absolver for PS4, Xbox One, PC. Let's just go through the ones we know. Attack on Titan, the video game, for PS4, Xbox One, PC, PS Vita, and PS3.
Oh, PS Vita.
That's going to be a video game based on the hit anime, based on the hit manga, Attack on Titan. So get ready for that, I guess. All three of you who are excited for that. Battlefield 1, which is the new Battlefield game coming out this year for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It takes place during World War One. That's why it's called Battlefield 1. I think it could be interesting. I'm not going to write it off completely right off the bat. Then Call of Duty Infinite Warfare will also be there this year for Xbox One, PC, and PS4. No interest in that in the slightest. Civilization 6 will be there as well for PC. The new Destiny expansion pack, PS4 and Xbox One, called Rise of Iron, will be there. Deus Ex Mankind Divided for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Dishonored 2. Didn't you like Dishonored, or do you want to play Dishonored, Pete?
I think my brother played it, so I own it. I could play it if I wanted to, but I probably won't.
Dragon Quest 7, Fragments of Forgotten Past for the 3DS will be there. FIFA 17, thank God. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age for the PS4. Final Fantasy 15 will be there. That comes out in September. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for Android and iOS will also be there. The new Forza game. Oh, that's good for you, Josie. Being the person who bought an Xbox One instead of the vastly superior PS4.
The new what?
The new Forza game.
Forza? What's Forza?
A racing game.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. Gravity Rush 2. The new Hitman game coming out for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 will be there. Legend of Zelda for the Wii U will be there. It is the only Wii U game to be there. Mafia 3. Mass Effect Andromeda, which had a statement today saying that the graphics would be better than Mass Effect 3. I certainly hope so. It's been like 5 years. NFL and NHL 17 will be there. Night in the Woods, that sounds familiar. Persona 5, Pokemon Sun and Moon. The new Shantae game, I guess. Sonic Boom 2 for the 3DS will be there. You would think after the first Sonic Boom got, like, ripped apart in reviews, they'll go, you know what, let's take a step back and not do this. Nope. They have it. There's a game called the Turing Test, which,
like Ex Machina.
Yep. That's why I referenced it. Titanfall 2 will be there. Warhammer 40k, the next game, Watch Dogs 2, Yakuza 0, Yooka-Laylee, and then likely to be there are Crackdown 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Gears of War 4, Injustice 2, Just Dance 2017, Kingdom Hearts 3, Pokemon Go, which is that VR one, and Scalebound. Obviously, I didn't go through the entire list, but is there anything on there that any of you are interested in? Either of you are interested in?
You didn't really
No.
explain the games, nor have I heard of them. So.
Yeah, that's the same. Except for the Turing test one, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them are just names of games that are like sequels to other ones we already heard of.
Well, I haven't been, doing games forever. I also don't know every game ever to exist.
Okay, well, the new Madden game will be there, so that'll be fun.
No.
Yeah. I love playing Madden every year. Maybe I'm alone on that, but every year I buy the new Madden game.
Yeah.
That's because you're a typical white man.
Okay. And?
Mm-hmm. That's why.
But yeah, I think, what's it called? I think the PlayStation 4K will be announced. I have a feeling about that. PlayStation 4K would be the upgraded PlayStation 4 that can play 4K movies and games in 4K and that kind of stuff. That would be cool. I traded my PlayStation 4 for that. Because I have 4K Blu-rays. So.
Do you know you get paid an appearance fee for being on Judge Judy?
Yes, I did know that.
So you make a profit?
Yep.
From what?
Being on those judge shows on TV?
Oh, well, yeah. That
Maybe
makes sense, right?
Well,
That's
and then even if you lose, they pay the fee.
So I've started. We have our new Consumer Report magazine. I've actually been smart this time. I color coded by importance the. If you look, I color coded all of the tabs for stories. So there's a lot of summer stuff in this month's issue. So we're gonna talk about some of the summer stuff for those of you who will be going away or going to the beach. We're doing all that kind of shit.
You said sunblock. My favorite sunblock is the sport sunblock.
Can we wait till we get to the sunblock section and then we will talk about that? The best cooler for those of you who will be going to the beach. The best one on the market is a $250 called the Yeti Roadie 20.
Is that the one that Peter said he had?
No, ours is probably better.
Yeah.
But we also didn't pay $250 for it. We paid like $50 for ours, and I think ours is worth like $300.
The ones they say would be cheaper, the Coleman 18-quart Party Stacker or the 20-quart Rubberman Cooler Ice Chest. Both of those are $20 and keep ice frozen for a full day in 100-degree conditions. 100-degree Fahrenheit conditions. If you don't want to quite splurge $20, you can get the $8 Live Foam 22-quart cooler. And it's made out of styrofoam, and it weighs 0.6 pounds. Now, if you are you a fan of beach umbrellas?
Yeah.
Let's skip that then.
Because they're too heavy. And I don't want to carry it.
Okay.
I'm afraid it's going to blow away when I'm out looking.
So, air conditioners, then. Everyone loves air conditioning. Now, if you want to get an air conditioner based on BTUs, 5,000, 6,000 BTU, you want the GE AEM 05LV. It's $170, and that is the best for 5,000 to 6,500 BTU per hour. That's for 100 to 300 square feet of room. For 7,000 to 8,500, you want the LG LW 8014ER, and that's for 250 to 400 square foot rooms.
Are these the window
ACs.
ones? Okay,
Yep.
not the stand-up ones?
No, not stand-up. These are window ACs. For the last window AC, 9,800 to 12,500, which is 350 to 650 square foot rooms. You want the LG LW 1216ER. These go in order 170, 240, and 350 regular retail. If you have a room that you a portable one for a room for 9,000 to 1,550, these are the rolling freestanding ones that you were talking about before. It recommends the Hair HPN 12XCM for 400.
We have a hair dehumidifier.
That's a good brand, Hair.
Hair.
Yeah, but if you're gonna buy any of these, don't go based on us saying which one they say is the best. Look at the
Buy all of
magazine
them and test them out.
No, look at the magazine because it has information about window length and stuff like that. So don't buy it and then get mad at us when there's an issue with the window length.
Go to Rent-A-Center.
Quit. And then send us hate mail and stuff. It'll be fun.
We don't have enough listeners to get hate mail, but I don't want people. I don't want people getting.
That's why I was saying. Oh my goch, that's what I was saying.
That'd be cool if you got hate. We also don't
hate mail over.
We don't have an address.
This window is 6 centimeters too big for the air conditioner you recommended. Now, sunblock. We're going to get around to your question in a minute, Josie. When applying sunblock, it says you should put it on your scalp as well, or wear a hat. You should buy lip gloss that...
Hey.
What?
I said, but I have hair.
Yes, you should still put it on. Or wear a hat.
That covers all of my scalp always.
Sunscreen on your scalp, or wear a hat.
That's dumb.
Really gross to
How am I supposed to get sunscreen on my head underneath my hair?
Or wear a hat.
Bald people.
What about when I go into the ocean? Am I supposed to wear a hat?
Okay, just suffer through it then, I guess.
I've never gotten sunburn on my head, so I think I'm okay.
I have while I was playing baseball.
I only got it on my forehead.
I've gotten it on my forehead recently, actually. It was not fun.
No, it's not. I've gotten it on the back of my neck, but I would get it only in certain spots because when I would stand for baseball, I would stand like this, and the glove would only let light in certain areas, and it would do lines across the back of my head.
Weird.
As a child or recently?
5th grade.
Oh. Serious? Sorry.
If you are one of those people on Earth who has lips, they do make chapstick that does have SPF.
Yes.
That's common knowledge.
You should put that on.
I think everyone knows that.
Okay.
Make sure to put suntan lotion on your ears.
That's the next one.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Even if you're wearing a hat.
How about any exposed body part?
Yeah.
I guess if we wanted to put it that easily, let's turn the page then. I guess we'll do that. Now, here's something about sunscreen. Can you trust the SPF claims?
Probably.
Isn't there something where over 60 SPF, it doesn't actually matter anymore because it can really only be a certain amount?
I think it was over 50.
I only use 15 or 30, maybe.
I don't wear sunscreen ever.
I use 50 out here, but I used to use 15 back in New England and stuff because the sun's closer here. I fucking burn in the winter.
That's not how it works.
I don't think the sun's that much closer.
We are higher altitude, so...
Yeah, but it's not...
It's not a noticeable difference.
1,000 feet doesn't make a difference when it's hundreds of miles away.
It's not hundreds of miles away.
That you're not getting a sense.
It is hundreds of miles away.
Yes, but millions of miles away is a better way to put it.
Yeah, but it is hundreds.
Okay, yes. It's also dozens of miles away, but would you use that?
No, that sounds retarded.
Okay, so would you trust the SPF? According to this, out of all sunscreens, 52% met their SPF claims. The other 48% did not. So, about half of sunscreen does not meet the SPF claim. They don't go into detail about that, which ones do and which ones don't.
Then I don't really trust that.
Of chemical sunscreens, though, they broke it down to chemical and mineral. Chemical sunscreens get 58% meet the claim, 42 don't. Don't use mineral sunscreen. Chemical sunscreens are like copper toe and that kind of stuff.
Oh, so real sunscreen?
Right. Mineral sunscreens are like the organic stuff that everyone thinks is better for you. 26% of it meets the claim. The other 74% does not. Now, let's see. Once you hit 40 to 110, you're more likely to hit the reliable number. Or they're more likely to, like, the higher you go, the more likely they are to meet the claim.
That's surprising.
You would think it'd be the opposite direction.
Yeah, you think it'd be easier.
Yeah, so that's that. And then the next page. Okay, what was the kind you like, Josie?
I like sport. I don't know what the fuck
Which
it's called.
brand?
Is it blue?
It's blue.
Copper tone.
Okay, there we go.
That's what I like too.
Copper tone sport.
It's waterproof.
Copper tone. Is it spray on or is it?
I like the spray because I don't have to get like the nasty shit all over my hands. Although I still rub it in afterwards, it just doesn't stick to my hands as bad.
It's not listed here.
It is
the best ones, according to this, are Pure Sun Defense SPF 50 Disney Frozen Edition, Copper Tone Water Babies SPF 50.
Are these children's scented lotions?
No. These are the lotions just in general. Equate Ultra Protection SPF 50, and that's Walmart brand. No AIDS Sport SPF 50. And Ocean Potion Protect and Nourish SPF 30. Honorable mentions will go to La Roche. La Roche Posay 60 Melton Sunscreen Milk, and Aveeno Protect and Hydrate SPF 30. Get those.
That's weird.
Meanwhile, other ones don't quite meet the... Copper Tone Clearly Sheer SPF 50 is actually SPF 35. And there's another Copper Tone on here. No, that's the only one. Copper Tone doesn't seem like makes the actual, like, it doesn't seem like it makes the correct amount. Then, other sprays, it recommends Trader Joe's SPF 50+, Equate Sport Continuous Spray SPF 30, again, Walmart brand, and DG Body Sport SPF 30, which is Dollar General. Honorable mentions Banana Boat, Sun Comfort Continuous Spray 50+.
I've completely forgotten.
What?
Nothing.
Neutrogena Beach Defense Water and Sun Protection SPF 70, and Caribbean Breeze Continuous Tropical Mist SPF 70. For stick sunscreens, which is like the deodorant, the one that looks like a deodorant canister, Copper Tone Kids Stick SPF 55, and Up and Up Kids Stick SPF 55.
They have roll-on sunscreen?
It's for your face.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's from Target.
That's weird. I've never seen that for your body.
Then facial sunscreens, Avon Sun and Sunscreen Facial Lotion, SPF 40, and Up, which is also Target brand, Ultra Sheer SPF 30. Then, do you want to do grills?
Okay.
Give me the top three.
That's all it gives me. It's the top three for each price point.
Well, thank goodness.
300 or less, it says the best one is the Next Grill, 720-0830H for $270. Then the Charbroil 4634333016 for $170, and the Huntington 360124 for $140. For $450 to $1,000. The Weber Spirit E220 for $450. The Kitchen Odd 270-08393 for $900, and the Weber Genesis S330 for $970. Then over $1,000, if you have that kind of disposable income, the Napoleon Prestige Pro. Like, look at this! Look at this filthy son of a whore.
Hold on. I like it. It's called the Napoleon Prestige.
Looks like my dad's grill.
Like this is like. This is a fucking grill. $2,600. That's the best one. Then the Weber Summit E670 for $2,500, and the Napoleon Legend for $1,000. Also, it says if you're gonna buy a grill that you need to assemble, don't bother because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to do it. What do I have here? Okay, so here's bug sprays, because as we all know, it's, people will get bit by bugs and die from that, I guess.
I
in
just
less
rubbed
civilized
shit
countries.
all over myself.
What?
I just rubbed shit all over myself. But I'd never get bitten by a bug. Problem solved.
I actually thought that you were talking about right at this moment. And I was like, fuck. Don't tell us that.
So, mosquito-borne diseases that you should be aware of are dengue.
Zika.
What?
The Zika virus.
Zika's listed here. West Nile and chikungunya. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
Spell it?
What?
Spell it?
CHIKUNGUNYA. I didn't even pronounce that anywhere near right.
I don't know.
For ticks, Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, and babsiosis. Is how you pronounce that?
I don't know.
Well, those are the ones you gotta be aware of. So if you're gonna use spray to keep away these bugs, they're gonna kill you.
Get DEET.
It says to use Ben's 30% DEET tick and insect wilderness formula for $8, or Repel Scented Family for $7. Also recommended are Sawyer, Repel Lemon Eucalyptus, Natrapel 8 Hour, and Off Deep Woods 8.
Does Off Deep Woods still have
it has 25% DEET in it. And
DEET is the best.
And one last thing before we call it a night on this, speakers. Because
I just bought sneakers.
Speaker.
Oh, okay.
Speakers are important when you're at the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you need to let everyone else know what you're listening to? Here we go.
I was at the beach recently, and someone had a speaker, and they just started blasting it, and everyone hated them.
Yes. Do you need this is the how to be an asshole guide. Now we're gonna do now. So
no one wants to hear. Just words of advice. No one wants to hear your music at the beach.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think anyone's I wonder what kind of music they like. Holy fuck, that's a big moth.
You should get DEET.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill. Actually, it would kill a moth.
Just spray DEET at them.
No, I have a moth flying around the room.
Oh.
So these are the speakers I recommend. The Jabra Soulmate Max wireless speaker. It's $300 and it's only rated a 60, and that's their number one. Number two, another $300 speaker is the UE Mega Boom wireless speaker.
What about Bose?
The number 3 speaker is only $30, and it's the
not a Bose.
Scoshi Sport Clip 3 they're headphones. That's why. That's expensive for headphones. Fuck that. I go through headphones like that water.
Would you judge me if I bought a $100 pair of earbuds?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
What if they were Bluetooth?
Okay.
And
still
for
yes. Bose is number 2 on this list.
Be like,
What?
no, I'll give you some headphones, and you can give me the $100.
No. I'm wearing Bose headset right now. Bose is what we love.
Bose SoundLink Color Wireless speaker is only $130, and it comes in 5 colors, so it's like the Apple S-holery of speakers.
Look at your little tabbies.
Did you guys realize that now? I've had these on here the entire show.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that much.
Yeah?
It's just each section. Well, one of us has to be prepared.
Wow. I watched the movie.
True. Definitive Technology Symphony 1 executive headphones for $400. The Phaeton BT100 NC headphones for $100, and the Libratone Zip Mini wireless speaker for $250. For streaming, they talk about the difference between Apple Music, Pandora, Prime Music, Slacker, Spotify, and Tidal. If you're an asshole, you go with Tidal.
I never even heard of that.
That's the one that's owned by Jay-Z. You pay $20 a month to use it.
And you only get Jay-Z songs.
No, it's it has CD quality sound, HD music videos, Excellent app compatibility with Denon, Sonos, and other multi-room speaker models. It's expensive, and it devours through your cellular data. And it's not like if you have T-Mobile. The only perk of T-Mobile is when you stream music, it doesn't count towards your data.
Mm-hmm.
So me listening to Amazon Music on my way to work doesn't eat through my data for the month because it doesn't count toward that. So
I use Amazon Music.
But Tidal does eat through that, even for T-Mobile. Apple Music is new. The app design is less intuitive than what you pick from Apple, according to this. I've never used Apple Music.
Don't get Apple Music.
Oh yeah, talk about your thing with Apple Music.
If you get Apple Music, it's through your existing library that you have on your computer for matches with songs that are on Apple Music, and it will delete them off your library because it's thinking it's doing you a favor, and it's like, oh, you don't need this anymore, we have it for you. But then if you ever delete Apple Music, then then you'll lose all those songs.
Then Pandora. I paid for Pandora for a while.
He was the one.
I was the one who paid for Pandora for a while. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying because if you want to listen to a specific song, you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, Amazon Prime Music, I think is the best. Then Slacker.
That's what I have.
And Spotify are also listed here as
Spotify is really good, but you have Spotify has more music than Amazon, but you have commercials.
Then this is actually interesting what they said here. This will be the last thing we do for tonight with this. 5 songs that you can use to reveal a speaker's strength. Tell how good of a speaker you have.
Oh, that's a really good.
Oh.
I have to write this one down.
All right, so let me know when you're ready. There are 5 songs that you can use, and it'll tell you what the equipment's going to be able to tell you about what the song is.
Hold on. So, yeah, I just write it down on paper.
Are you going to write this down too, Josie?
Actually, no, I'll just use OneNote. Hold on.
Do you not care, Josie?
I care. I'm just not going to write it down. Jesus tits.
I'll ask you next week what the song is.
I'm going to text in 4 hours, just like, hey, I want to test my speaker out.
Hold on, I'm almost.
Can you just bring stuff on your phone?
Shh. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, so the first song is Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin.
I don't know. Okay, I don't think that's
On excellent equipment, you'll be able to notice the echo throughout the song that most people never hear, the whirring sound midway, and the track will seem to swirl around you.
Okay.
The second song
I've heard that on. I think I've heard that on my Apple headphones I got.
Well, the Apple headphones are pretty high end for earbuds.
Okay.
The Way I Am by Ingrid Michaelson.
I don't know that song.
In this arrangement, you should be able to hear the sound of fingers moving along strings and the singer's breath between lines, and even her lips opening and closing as she forms words.
Ew, that sounds disgusting.
The next one is... What?
That does sound kind of gross. I don't know if I want to hear that.
The next one is Travelin' Light by Diane Schuur. Sure? Yeah, sure. Listen carefully to this live recording, and you can actually hear the vocals. Diane Schuur, Schuur. You can actually hear the vocals and horns resound off the walls of the performance space. You probably need to get the version of it from Diane Schuur and the Count Basie Orchestra, B-A-S-I-E Orchestra. Okay, this next one's going to be a doozy. RV315 Lestat, L''ESTATE, Il Tempo Impetuoso, D'estate, Summer in G. You could probably get Summer in G from Vivaldi, and it'd be the same thing.
I think I have that song, actually.
I think everyone knows what song that is. The strings in this Vivaldi piece are being played at breakneck speed, but on quality equipment each note will be distinct. On average equipment, the sound will be slurred. Then this is the one that makes me think this is kind of bullshit. Sin Wagon by the Dixie Chicks. On better equipment, the guitar, fiddle, and cymbals in this busy arrangement will be easy to hear. On lesser models, each instrument will lack definition.
Ooh.
So that is how we're gonna wrap today's episode. The Dixie Chicks are back on tour for the first time since their incident in 2005.
I just saw a commercial for that, and my mom was like, "Wait, the Dixie Chicks are still doing things?" That's who I was saying goodnight to before.
Yes, I don't know if people.
I assumed so.
So we'll talk about the next few weeks. We're going to continue Smart Consumer next week when we do. Next week we're going to be doing E3 results. I skipped a week. We have Finding Nemo next week, E3 results, and we will be doing a review of Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 1. And that won't be next week. That'll be 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
We do not
I
have
have time to watch it then.
Right, you have 2 weeks to watch Book 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Where can we watch it?
It's on
Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Is that it? Is
Only
book one?
place we can watch it.
What?
Is book one season 1?
Watch it.
Yeah. You also have my Hulu account, so I think it's also on Hulu.
I
It's
just
probably
was,
on YouTube
I
also.
was asking for our listeners.
Right.
It's probably on YouTube.
I want to find
Well,
it.
we can't recommend YouTube
Why is that?
because we can't legally recommend to watch it illegally.
But it's not illegal. It's YouTube.
Okay, no, it is illegal because Nickelodeon's not getting. You can get it from Nickelodeon's website, probably. You can definitely get it on Amazon. You might be able to get it on Hulu. I think I'm leaning toward definitely on Hulu, but you can. We'll be doing Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 1 next week, along with Finding Nemo, and we'll be talking about the E3 results.
Wait, next week or in 2 weeks?
2 weeks, right? We're not doing an episode next week.
Are we doing that for a movie in lieu of a movie?
No, we're doing Finding Nemo too.
Oh, okay.
But Finding Nemo,
Finding
is a
Nemo
quick
2?
one.
I thought we were just doing the first
Okay,
one.
let's start over. Okay, I'm confusing myself. It's late, I'm tired, and all that. So 6/21, or 6, did I update the dates on this, or did I not update the dates on this?
Oh, I'm going to
I
be in
did not.
Seattle. Also. On the 23rd, I'm going to Seattle.
Okay, so it's going to be me and Josie doing this one then. So 6/23, it's going to be Finding Nemo, E3 results, and review of Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 1. So Josie, I'm going to need you to watch all of this.
I'm going to watch it too, but I just won't
Okay.
be on the podcast.
Because you'll be traveling. So then, also that day, so you won't be on for a second straight Spoilers Ahead, too.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So that's the day Independence Day Resurgence comes out, so we'll be doing Independence
Oh,
Day
I can go
Resurgence.
see that one.
What?
See, perfect.
There
I
we
said
go.
I was going to go see that one anyways, so...
Okay, there we go. So Independence Day Resurgence, we'll be doing that on that day as well. Then we also have the week after, 2 weeks after, on the 5th, or we'll put this up on the 4th. We'll pre-record and put it up on the 4th. Independence Day. And then on the... Let me pull my calendar down, because I never updated the dates on this. On the 21st, we'll be doing the director's cut of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
I had to order that. I keep forgetting.
Yes, I think it's like $20.
That's good.
And then each of those episodes after, we'll be doing the next book of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So we'll finish that by the end of the summer. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule on 8/2, which may or may not be the right date. I didn't update this to the Thursday move. 8/4, we'll be back
Can you hear me?
No, what did you say?
Oh, no. Skype was just like, your microphone is disconnected.
Oh, no, I guess I
no.
can
It's
hear you.
weird.
So 8/4, we'll be back to our regular schedule with the Terminator series. Not the entire Terminator series, only 1 through Salvation. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule from there.
I also finished reading Watchmen.
What do you think about that?
It was really good. I liked it a lot. But it was very complicated. And I think I'm going to rewatch the movie. And I think that's why people did not really like it. Because it's superheroes no one's ever heard of. And really complicated plots that aren't really superhero plots. And there's only really one. Imagine if it was a Justice League movie. But every hero had no powers and weren't even as close to being as cool as Batman.
Ah.
So I think that was the problem.
That would explain it. As
Oh
we
wait,
said,
and then do you know? I have more respect for Teen Titans Go. I forgot to say this
what happened?
because in every single episode, Batman is in it in some way.
Hmm.
And then another episode I was watching, and there was like a park bench, and if you look at the graffiti, there was a laughing face, and it said "Why so serious?" It also said "Who watches the Watchmen," and it also had Zaz's signature on it.
So that's something.
That is it.
Yep. Though, as we said before, our next spoilers ahead will be for Independence Day Resurgence. Again, that'll be me and Josie. Then the one after that will be for Star Trek Beyond on the 22nd of July. And then our next commentary will be on June 26th. Will you be back for that, or are we going to move the day?
June 20th. Hold on. I think I'm coming on the 26th, but I don't know time.
Want to do it June 3rd then? Not June 3rd. July 3rd. We're doing Independence Day, so might as well do it July 3rd.
I think that should work.
All right, so we'll do it July 3rd then. So we'll be doing commentary for Independence Day. We'll be doing a director's cut, which you can pick up at Target now for I think like $10 on Blu-ray. That's when I got it. That's what we'll be doing for that one. And then I'm gonna give you this heads up now, so that way I don't spring it on you last second like I usually do. Start thinking about what movie you want to do for the next one, Peter.
Okay.
Because it's your pick for the next one.
I will be thinking.
Yeah, you can get a head start thinking about that one now. So we'll be back in 2 weeks on the 23rd with Finding Nemo and Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 1.
Goodbye.